back with the amazing Cait Mizzi. Cait Mizzi's on deck with us. If you've ever watched breakfast television in Canada, you've seen this woman. She's all over the place. Anyway, she has shown us in the previous video how to prime the skin, mature skin. So Renna, our model, say hi Renna, is prepped. And now we're ready to see what she's going to do with foundation.
Yes.
Take it away, Cait.
We've primed the skin, so any of the little nooks and crannies that makeup can fall into have already been smoothed out. So now you can go right in with your foundation, your concealer, your powder, if that's something that you need. And I like to try to use as many all-natural products as I can.
Yeah.
It's a growing industry, and so there are lots of options, but there's still some work to be done, so it takes a while to find the right ones. I have found one foundation that I absolutely love, and it's actually also by a Toronto company, which is even greater. It's pure and simple, and they have a couple amazing spas in the city as well where you can go for facials.
Yes, that's where I've heard the name.
Yes,
is through the spas.
it's a fantastic spa.
Okay, if you're in Toronto, I guess check them out.
Yep. And their foundation line is amazing. It's called Flawless Complexion. It's really hydrating. Again, amazing for mature skin.
Right.
You want to stay away from anything that's drying.
Yes.
Because the more moisture you have, the more plumped up the skin will look.
Yeah, and you don't get that sort of, like you were saying earlier, the crepey kind of drying.
Yeah.
I talked to our wonderful contributor, Dr. Jenny Jun, who's our resident naturopath, and she was giving me the 101 on why we don't use yucky things on our skin, because it really messes with your hormones.
Absolutely.
And nobody wants to feel like they're PMSing all year long. So keep it pure and simple. So you're applying this with a brush.
Yeah, so I love these little, these sort of like stippling brushes, and it's great for just sort of like buffing the product into the skin.
You see, I found that I was actually applying my foundation all wrong all these years until I really started paying attention to you guys. And you all have this slight sort of this dabbing technique, and it's light-handed.
Yep,
Am I right?
Like a little massage.
It's like, does it feel good, Renna?
The reason I specifically like this technique for a skin that is maybe a little bit more matured.
You can say it. Just say it. Just say it.
To own the word, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that you do have texture in the skin.
Right.
There's no denying that, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You just have to change the way that you work with
the
your
techniques.
product.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I also really like is the fact that it's in a tube. I am currently using a foundation which I love, but it's in a glass bottle. And I can't get it out at the bottom.
So much product.
You lose so much product.
You do.
And when you spend quite a bit of money on something and you can't get that sucker out, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, so this you can get every last little bit of it out. I get to the end.
We're all budget conscious.
Yes.
Yeah, so do I. I do the same thing. If I spend a lot of money on, I have an exfoliant that comes in a tube, so I cut the end off and I scrape it out.
Yes.
Because you know what? Nobody wants to waste that.
So another product that I really love by another company that's totally clean is RMS Beauty. They do such gorgeous product. You can get them at the Detox Market, which is right downtown on King Street. You can get all sorts of natural stuff there, but RMS is my favorite line that they have in there, and they do unconcealers. So it is perfect for us in our anti-aging because it is anti-concealing in the sense that it still brightens you, but it's not thick. It's not like a mask.
If you find any of these missing from your kit, I will take full responsibility. Can they get this online or no? They're just
you can order it online as well. Detox Market has a website, and so does RMS, and you can order from both of them.
Okay,
you can order
so
direct
RMS.
Yes,
so let's put the
RMS.
links up. We'll put the links up for that. That's amazing.
This I use to brighten up the eye area.
I have now got all these wrinkles under my eyes, right? And I find that applying a regular concealer under there, even though it hides the dark spot, it emphasizes all the bloody wrinkles.
Yeah, this doesn't.
Who wants that?
This has a really unusual and unique texture to it that I haven't found in very many other products, and it really reminds me of honey. That sounds so strange because you would never think to put something tacky on your skin.
Right.
But there's a time and place for that, and at this sort of stage in the game, when you're heading into your late 30s, 40s, 50s, that texture really lends itself in a great way because it holds up. Yeah.
I think we're all going to be rushing out and buying that.
This is so beautiful. Like, I've just plopped it on.
That is amazing,
actually. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It's just like somebody shone a little like beam
of
light on
That's
you.
exactly what it
it's
is.
Heavenly.
I'm going to hit myself up with one of those.
And then this is not just for under eyes, but you know, if you have any little friends that have come along for a visit,
Yeah.
then you can tuck them in.
That's awesome. How's it feel?
Amazing.
Does it? Yeah. All right, next.
Back to Pure and Simple, they have a powder as well, which is really lovely. So if you're not a big fan of like a liquid foundation or a cream foundation, if it's just simply not your thing,
Yeah.
you can still even out the skin tone a little bit with a powder.
Okay.
I like to use this powder on top of the foundation and concealer strategically, just to set it in place and to minimize the shine because I'm using products that are so hydrating and they have so much water content in them,
Right.
or natural oil content, that they can be a bit too shiny. So you don't want to
Okay.
look like you're melting.
Right.
So the sort of like key areas to reduce the shine would kind of be through the T-zone.
Okay.
So I dust a little bit of this powder
Oh,
on the top
this is
of the
good
nose.
tips because I kind of plaster it all over my face.
Some people do, and that's fine. If that's your thing, there's nothing wrong with it if you like a really matte texture. Personally, I think the skin is gorgeous
better.
when it glows.
This is better because also the dry patches that I do have, then it accentuates,
It
right?
does. It
So
does. It sort of reduces all of the hard work you've done to put moisture
never
into your
even
skin.
occurred to me to just put it in the places you need it. Learning a lot today.
So you're still going to get a bit of creasing. There's nothing in the world that's going to prevent that entirely. So when you're about to put the powder on, just make sure that there aren't any creases already there, because if you put powder on top of a fine line that already has makeup in it, you're setting that crease.
Okay.
So smooth out your eye area
Okay.
before you dust a little bit of powder.
Okay, you're gonna have to watch the primer video
Yes.
where we've primed everything properly.
So I haven't put any powder in the cheeks. There's really no need for that. It's nice
Okay.
to have like a little bit of a fresher look there.
Right.
I've just powdered on the eye, and that's only to prep for the rest of the makeup that we'll end up putting on the face in the next episode. But also to take away any harsh shine, so that if you're at the office or you have to have a picture taken, if you're at a wedding or an event,
Yes.
that you're not just like a disco ball.
The outdoor wedding. Yes, we were
Look
mentioning
straight
the
up for me.
outdoor wedding in the last video, and I have to say, in Canada, when it's 35 degrees plus, and you're standing in a greenhouse, because people like to get married outside, and your makeup ends up all here, this is going to help us not end up here.
Yeah. So I mean, come on.
Beautiful.
This is everything I've put on her is 100% clean, all natural, no nasty stuff.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
It's totally effective.
I love that. And we also need to talk to Cait in another video about all of these chemical-free products and using them if you are trying to get pregnant, or if you're pregnant,
Yes.
or if you're breastfeeding.
And what to avoid if you're trying to get pregnant or breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Because there are lots of ingredients and things that you do want to keep away.
Right, and not mess with the endocrine system.
That's right.
So we'll do that another time. But for now, this is how you get the foundation, and next we're going to actually apply the makeup.